not in the picture, so maybe one of the parents has been deceased, or they have never really known one of their parents, and then there's other relatives not as a possibility, because they have their own families and are to the max in their houses. Sometimes parents are living in subsidized housing or Section 8, which is help from the county housing, and they have really strict limitations around that as far as ages and who can live there. So if they're 18, 19, they oftentimes can't live there, or else they put their parents at jeopardy of losing their housing.
So when people come in, they're with families too, sometimes they have to split up.
Yes. Yeah, when they call us, we're a youth and young adult shelter, so we serve 16 to 20 is the ages. Okay, so they have to split up from their family in order to stay with us.
Younger?
No, 16 is the youngest.
Okay. Next question.
Next question is, what's the most common age of people in your teenagers?
I would say the average age is probably 19 to 20-year-olds.
Okay. And are a lot of the kids in high school, is that their biggest problem?
Not usually their biggest problems, but it's a main one because they want to stay connected with school, but they're so busy worrying about where they're going to stay at night that they can't focus. But a lot of them do want to be in school because that's where their support is too, right? So they have school teachers and social workers and people that can support them. It's also where they get, a hot meal during the day and breakfast, and so when they have to be worrying about all that other stuff, it becomes a problem.
Okay, the next question is, what types of things do you take care of your shelter, for the people that are there? Do you feed them meals or?
Yeah, so, yes, we have 3 meals a day, and everything is free for them to stay with us. And so they get hot meals that are made in the kitchen in the building, and so when they come in, so they have breakfast and lunch. They leave oftentimes during the day just to go to school or to work and do what they're supposed to be doing, and then when they come home, they get supper whenever they usually warm it up by the time they get in. But we provide also hygiene supplies, bedding, towels, shampoo, conditioners.
And is there any special needs that some other people need?
Yes. Yeah, dietary needs, you mean food, yes. Oftentimes, yeah, and we have the whole range, we work with the kitchen to make sure that, we are providing food that they can eat.
Okay.
Or if it's a disability of some sort, maybe they're in a wheelchair or something like that, we have access to the building to make sure that they can come in at night.
What types of services do you have in place?
Services? Yeah, we did. What's the next one?
Services like case management, or?
Yeah, just services that we provide.
Sure. So we talked about the food and stuff like that, but we have case managers that set up case plans. So when they come in, within the first couple of days, they sit down with their case manager and decide, what they want to work on while they stay there. Because the idea is that they're in a better spot when they leave versus when they come, right? So we sit down and we do a case plan. So if it's needing to get back into school, we'll sit down and work with schools and high schools and social workers on trying to get them re-enrolled in school. If it's they need a job or they need housing, we get them on wait list, housing programs, and things like that. So we do provide those services, and then we also have an independent living skills worker that helps with job interviewing and building a resume and helping them get their IDs and documents and stuff like that.
And so what type of changes do you see a lot that are successes after they left your shelter?
Well, a lot of them when they leave, they gain housing. So they move to transitional housing oftentimes, where it's kind of like that next step where they have their own place, but they also have a case manager that kind of can support them. So it's kind of like a studio apartment. So we view that as when they leave the shelter into their own housing as a success just in that. And then, we try to stay with them, connect with them afterwards too as much as they want to make sure that they still get support from us if they want to.
And this is just a little question, when people come there, after they've had their 30-day stay and then they leave, are they allowed to still come back after a while?
Yes. Yep, and oftentimes we do. We get young people that they leave and then, they, oftentimes youth don't like to access shelters actually. They'd rather couch hop. You know what I mean when I say couch hop? Like go from friends, stay on their couch from friend to friends because they don't want to access shelters.